Listen. So before we dive into my show, I need you to understand a few things. The Save-On experience is just that. The Save-On experience. So be warned. These are my views, my thoughts, my opinions. So listen, don't take it serious. Don't get too upset. It's for entertainment purposes only, boo-boo. I don't really know you like that. You already know me like that, right? So we gonna be cool, right? We ain't gonna get mad, right? Because we know. I just speak what I think. So calm down. Chill out. It's just entertainment. You know, girl? So, keep it cute. And if you gonna listen from a place of love. Don't get too mad.
Meet Ali Tahir Mahmood, a freelancer on Fiverr. He has 5 years experience in data entry, logo designing, video editing, intro and outro videos, thumbnails, flyers, and all types of graphic-related work. Client satisfaction is Ali's top priority. He offers 100% results and your money-back guarantee. Contact Ali today for a free quote. You can also find him on Instagram at Ali_Tahir_Mahmood.
What's going on, y'all? Y'all didn't expect me, did you? Girl, good happy Saturday! Y'all, Save-On still resting, so I'm here in her stead, so... Anyway, y'all, we here, we late. But we here, girl. And y'all know what we talking about. We talking about the Madison Experience episode 2 and 3. Deux and trois. Deux and trois. Deux and trois. Yes, ma'am. Let's see who in here with us. Oh, we got Lisa up in here. Happy belated, look. Happy belated birthday!
Thank you.
Yes! Did you have a good birthday?
Still got my ice cream cake.
Oh, what kind of cake did you get?
Ice cream cake.
I know, is it like certain flavor or?
It's like vanilla chocolate with like cookie crumbles in it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's cute.
It's a caramel cake. So.
Cute. Miss Jasmine. Jasmine Divine. Hello, darling.
Oh, caramel cake. Yeah.
Oh, caramel. Caramel cake.
He said caramel. He just said caramel. He said caramel.
I said caramel.
Yes, caramel. You know, we said caramel. He said caramel.
Girl, right. I was like, girl, what is it?
Girl, it's caramel, not caramel.
I thought you said a caramel cake. I was like, oh, well.
I didn't know they did it in ice cream either. That's why I was looking. I was like, well, I'm learning something new. But happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy
How
birthday
old is you
to
now?
you.
22?
Too old.
26?
19.
25, girl.
Girl.
Oh,
I ain't seen
25.
19.
Well, we about to get into the things, honey, because we late. We supposed to get an episode 2 review last Saturday, but you know, we ain't feel like doing it. So we doing episode 2 and 3. Girl, we was sad. We was like, girl, but it was good. So hopefully, y'all have seen the T.S. Madison Experience episode 2 and episode 3.
By now, girl. You had a whole week. You had a whole week.
A whole 2 weeks for...
Right.
What? Girl, you know I'm still trying to figure that bullshit out on them goddamn fans, girl. I be doing it all slow. I be like, ooh, she's giving us Oriental Goddess. Only $5 more.
Yeah, only $5 more.
We love y'all. Stop Asian hate.
Literally.
Stop
Get
it.
it together, girl.
You know what? Nah, I ain't even gonna say nothing.
Ooh.
Girl,
all I'm gonna say is this: is that okay? They want to say stop Asian hate. Asian hate. I understand, but why wasn't they just this proactive whenever it was Black Lives Matter?
I actually did see them wilding for Black Lives Matter as well.
I did see them do that.
They did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I wasn't really on dating apps at that time, so I take that back. I retract my statement because I seen that on dating apps too.
I'm gonna stay off screen for the rest of the show, Chad.
Dating
Girl.
apps? Girl, you know that was gonna go for Black Lives Matter, girl. We are some of their best customers, girl.
Well,
you know better.
Chad, that's a different conversation.
All right, well, they need to stop all the hate. Stop all the hate.
Right.
All right, well, let's get into it. So what y'all think about episode 2?
Chad.
Girl.
Where are we going to begin at on episode 2?
We gonna start. We hadn't talked about it officially, so we gonna talk about it officially. And you know, we gonna keep our reviews honest and true, and we only gonna base it off what we saw. Because that's what you do. Hell, we don't know nothing else anyway. It ain't like we was there. So, you know, so this episode, it was something. It was something.
You know, even though I know recently when she had a car chat this morning and she was talking and she said, you know, a lot of the filming was done last year, which, you know, we're aware from a lot of the events that was going on that they all took place last year and, you know, beginning of this year and everything like that. I just really felt like as a whole of that whole episode, I really feel like it was cutting into and feeding a certain type of scenario that has been put forth out there about Madison and the way they spliced it and diced it together, because you know that you could take anything and splice it and dice it the way that you want it to come out a certain type of way to lay out, and it leads your mind to that, you know, okay, so this is how this person is. It's just like with episode 1, you know, they irritated us with, you know, how they took and portrayed Chi-Chi. You know what I'm saying? Chi-Chi and Craig on there. And this one right here, they was like this, and I know that they was like doing the build up, so you will come back the next week and see what's going on. But like with Madison, Oliver, and then you know with, you know, even with a sprinkle of saltiness from Craig on there. So I just really felt like when you're filming and stuff, and I know, excuse me, it's hard to be like this is what it is or whatever like that, and to try to be mindful, but when you're in the heat of the moment, you're not mindful when you're filming. It's just like when we get on here and we do our things, you know, it's off the cusp, it's off the top of our heads, and we're like, hey, this is what's going on, this is what happened, you yada 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 yada. So I get that. However, I do feel like that they could have painted the picture a little bit differently than the way it was laid out. That's the only thing that irritated me. I applaud her for everything she's doing. I applaud the team for what they're doing, but I just really wish they would have taken and they edited just a little bit differently. That's all.
Well, I know that I love the transparency. I love the fact that they were extremely transparent. I love that they're really highlighting the relationship between Miss Mary and Madison. I think that's very important in today's climate. You know, a lot of people really want to see the opposite. They want to see the whole hate, shame, condemnation storyline. We've seen that over and over again, girl. You can go to church next Sunday and you'll get that if you want to see that. But it's time to see some love. It's time to see some real discussions. It's time to go through talking about how people each felt in those moments. You know, the one thing that I like that they were able to capture was the whole realistic blow of what the pandemic had on people's lives.
Absolutely.
You know, showing how the fear and the concern for her mom, showing how, you know, everyone had to start fending for self, literally, because the pandemic hit a lot of creative spaces. Hollywood, self-employed people, it shut everything down. The cop came and shut the cop came through, and it was like, bye bitches, y'all need to sit your asses down. And it literally did that. I mean, it had people in spaces they didn't think they would ever be that vulnerable. And it made people very,
Let me ask you this. Speaking of when, you know, the cough came through, I know you've been working side by side with Savon. Y'all been helping building each other up as far as like in the salon. Like, you know, we were watching it from Madison's point of view as far as like with the entertainment side. How did it affect you as far as you and Savon, you know, and the other people that you may have up underneath you at the salon? How did it hurt y'all? Did it hurt y'all? Like, did y'all lose business? Did y'all lose clients?
We definitely did. You know how she did that whole video trying to call me out, calling me, talking about some girl, we got you. You ain't gotta go on unemployment, girl. We still gonna pay you. Bitch, I'm still waiting on my goddamn check. I felt like Oliver. Bitch, I need my check. Where my money at, girl?
Right.
I need to get unemployment, girl. So I was fine at her like, girl, I'm about to go ahead and do some things of my own, girl, because I can't depend on your ragged ass. While she was on here talking about well, girl, we got you and this, that, and the other. And what you doing, minding my goddamn business?
Right.
She had to do something.
So that would speak why, you know, you had took and made the video whenever you was getting out of the shower and she kept calling you. So that's the reason why you was coming from that angle. I understand now. See? Okay.
So girl, you ain't got no word about. First of all, girl, how much work do you really do when you there anyway? Bossy bitch.
Oh.
She that bossy?
So, she bossy. Talking about we got you, girl. I'm gonna be in somebody's living room, kitchen. Look, I'll be on somebody's patio, bitch. Me and Fat Peaches was gonna get this money, and we got our money, honey.
So y'all tag team doing
we got our money, honey. There was some people who had to come back to the shop and get COVID cuts because they was fucking up their own hair. But as far as my clients, girl, they were still serviced. They were fine.
Right. Okay.
But no, all seriousness, though, it did hit. It hit, and it put people in a very, you know, difficult space. You know her. She ran a social media too. I mean, she dabbled in it before she started, but then it was like, girl, she having all kind of shows all over the place. So I understood why Madison's team had to do what they had to do because bills still had to be paid.
Absolutely. So do you feel like Shaquanja, and I'm gonna stop asking questions, I'm sorry, but do you feel like that's the reason why a lot of people came to social media because of COVID-19?
But ain't no real money out here now when you starting slow, girl. I mean, you gotta have a whole bunch of followers. You gotta be on here every goddamn day. And here's the thing about Madison's team. You know, because of their union and the work that they did together, they were able to bring a coin still in because of the T.S. Madison brand.
Yeah.
Right. So you think a lot of people benefited off of you? Do you think her team benefited off of her brand?
Absolutely. Hell, I wish I could benefit off of it.
Who you telling?
Shit.
Can I be associated?
Yeah. Shit. Ain't no tea, no shade, girl.
Girl, because I don't care if it's $1 or not, girl. That's money, more money coming to my bank.
That's money. I mean, so when they got to the part where, and I think we kind of moving ahead, but when they got to the part where after Miss Mary and Madison had their beautiful scene, talking about, bringing the team back together, 6 months had passed. And if we're following her, we saw, one thing that I liked about the episode 2 is the fact we kind of understood where Maddie in the Morning kind of came from when she was switching lanes. It was a welcome opportunity because we absolutely loved the show.
Yeah,
but what we didn't see was the behind the scene, the way her mind is constantly moving. This is what makes her a boss. She's constantly thinking and moving and creating spaces. That comes from people call it a business mogul. You can call it a hustle mentality. But if you think about it, it's all the same.
Right. Absolutely.
Just different
Just
words.
a different spin. Yep.
All it is, all the same. So the fact that she kept moving, and then
How the old
kept
people say she didn't let the grass grow on her feet.
She ain't let no grass grow on her feet. She said you had a few months. Matter of fact, we had a few weeks because the Maddie in the Morning came back.
It came out in April.
And it kept us going. We lived for it. We loved
that,
it.
and Who Want to Smoke? Because she then she
Who
threw
Want
that
to
together
Smoke?
too.
Right.
Absolutely. So she kept us entertained, and then the team, they were doing their own thing in their creative spaces, kind of showcasing their abilities and, their skills as well. But I can also understand her concern about weight, now what can we do in this space to keep the team going? Because she missed her team. It's a family. It's a brand. They all work and ate together. What can we do to keep capitalizing off of this?
Yep.
Right. I agree with you.
But I also think, as we saw, that it was an opportunity to also clean up house and clean up practices, and policies. And I think that's when we got to the point to where, they saw her and Mo, doing the show. And that just shows you that she can do the shit. However, things run smoother when the talent is able to focus on being on the talented and have her crew come in and help do the things that they do so well to keep everything moving smoothly.
Absolutely. I agree with you. I agree with you 110%.
There's less stuff on her mind.
Because hell, once I get me a team together, baby, I'm gonna be like, girl, are we ready? Y'all ready for me?
Yes.
All I need is somebody to do social media for me. That's it.
Exactly.
And that she's the only person that I've seen in a long time. And I've been following her for a minute. I've been following her 13 years. And she is the only person that I know of when she got tired of, I won't say tired of, but when we seen her in episode 1 and 2, when she had the issues with the stuff messing up onto her, she went to pre-recording and the Supreme Court. She's the only person I know that she shut shop down and then turned right back around, and all the people in the naysayers, she came out with a new concept, not only the Maddie in the Morning, but she came back, and soon as she came back, she was online for 3.5 seconds, and we witnesses. We done been there, and it goes from 2 people to over 1,000 people in her chats at one time. You know what I'm saying? So she's the only person I know that I know of. Maybe somebody else has different people, but she's the only person I know, especially being a trans Black woman. You know what I'm saying? To have that ability where she drops the link and say, hey, she finna do this, and then everybody floods it out. So
and here's what I like about the brand and her team. They were all able to do it. A lot of people get a lot of people coming in quickly when they miss as fuck right off the grip.
Right.
But she didn't have to come in to be messy.
Right. She came in being her authentic self.
She don't have to do any of that to get the people to come in. She's able to be authentically her. She allows her team to be authentically them. Although they gonna quit acting like Chi Chi is just a weed head. Now there's more to Chi Chi than that. We ain't gonna do that. But I appreciate the fact that they are showcasing everybody for what the masses may think, what the masses may not know, and still ride down with them.
Absolutely.
So you got Craig. They try to paint. Right. They try to paint Craig as messy. Which Craig can be messy.
Let's be real.
A person of many faces and many, characteristics that make him uniquely Craig.
Mm-hmm.
Chi-Chi is that ride or die. Gonna smoke out, gonna drink out, gonna eat out, but's gonna ride or die.
Right.
You got Oliver that's talented as hell, honey, but go slick the shade your ass real quick while laughing and acting like it's all love. You gotta watch that sometimes. What
So,
they ever do is keep getting too much.
But Shaquanja, but don't that just put you in the mask of the old school queens that we know when we grew up and we was around? Because they would compliment you and read you all at the same time, and you just had to sit and think about it.
Right.
Thank you, Anthony. That's how we was able to see
the
it.
church queens,
right?
The church girls.
That's how we able to see because we can see it.
Right.
Girl.
When you grew up around it, you be like, "Girl, no, she just tried it."
Girl, giving you a
and then Madison being an old queen, so Madison know. Yep.
Yes, girl.
Right.
Yes, girl.
Absolutely.
But each brings something to the table, and I like how they keep each other humble. If you think about it, see, when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, this is it. Oh, this is kind of oh, Jesus, they going at it." But if you think about the dynamics of real family, real friendships, people have highs and lows, ups and downs. Right. And there's learning moments and there's aha moments. And I love the fact that we're seeing that. And we got to think about it. If that was us, like, that wouldn't be easy for us to just put out there for people to see, no matter how many zeros is behind a check.
Amen. Because who wants to let people see their flaws?
And that, I mean...
And that's just being straight to it. That who wants to let somebody see their flaws? And the whole team is putting their flaws out there for everybody to see. Like no duct tape, no tucking, no nothing. You seeing everything,
right?
You know, I applaud them.
And then you have to relive it too,
right?
Yes,
so,
and not only relive it, but then our asses on here talking about it. Bitch, goddamn it, what? We got a whole bunch. Yes, what we gonna do? We gonna get in here and say a whole bunch of shit, and we wasn't even there. And we chopping, and we going off what they done chopped and screwed. And that's what we do.
Right. But, you know, I do feel like, I say again, I do feel like that they could have chopped and screwed it a little bit differently. But I'm appreciative of them still being authentically themselves, that they haven't got to... It doesn't appear, because even at the at the after shows, they're going through it, but then they're still being authentically themselves. So I'm appreciative of it.
What's up, Spilly Boy? Hey,
what's going on, Spilly Boy?
That's one of the things that I love. Spilly Boy, Spilly Boy. But you know, that's one of the things that I love. Look, you know, you it takes me a minute to get my shit together, girl, because you know, I don't know how to read these goddamn things.
Speaking of reading queens, now that's the reading queen right there.
That's the reading queen right there, baby. That's that auntie, and she ain't gonna give it to you with no chaser.
No, straight up, baby.
She ain't.
And she'll keep you there for at least 3 hours.
Look,
baby, and everybody be tuned in right along with.
Look, and then thinking you getting the whole compliment and getting read all at the same time.
Getting read with love. With love. But if you guys aren't watching the live after show, you have to, because there are a lot of pieces to the puzzle that they put together. And they get on and they candidly talk about the way they feel in that moment. How many reality shows do you have that?
No.
Think about it. How many reality shows after the show, they're live, they're engaging, you're able to send little notes and chat, and they're talking about real shit. Even though they have moved past it, but they're talking about it in the moment, the way they felt in that moment. And sometimes, girl, you can feel the tension. Bitch, I know the live after the episode too. Girl, we were like...
Mm-hmm.
Because at some point I was like, y'all don't need to be saying all this right now.
But see, that's why I had said the other night when we was all talking before the live started, the after show live started. I was like, it's TS Madison experience, then it's TS Madison experience the recap. You know what I'm saying? Like we finna do it because. Like you said, they put pieces of the puzzles together that we still trying to figure out. Well, why did they say such and such? And then, because you know how they doing the fade from one thing to the next, and then they pop the green screen in there, so you seeing what they thinking at that present point in time. So I'm enjoying it. I thoroughly enjoying it.
Yes, honey.
Even though I was kind of pissed at Oliver and I was kind of pissed at Craig on this episode.
Well, let's talk about it so we can move on. We're going to talk about it because I feel like a lot of what we're going to talk about that they really give us more in episode 3.
Yeah, but it appeared like it was like it was unresolved. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a cliffhanger. And then like when Miss Mary is like, don't leave that way, don't leave that way. It was like the cliffhanger that draws us into that you wanted to do episode 3. But that's where I was like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm
absolutely. Good, she was like, girl, don't you leave like this with that spirit. I'm going to be mad at you if you leave in that spirit. They ain't a good spirit to leave in. Miss Mary spoke to that thing. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
She spoke to it. I know we all upset and we all mad, but that's what we ain't going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm enjoying the show too, Spilly Boy. I really am. I mean, I think it is what we need to see on TV.
Right. Because it's definitely helping to heal some people.
It is.
Because people not looking at it like that.
Some people need to learn how to have real relationships with people. A lot of people think that relationships are all kumbaya, and it ain't. Not real ones.
Not at all.
So you have to learn how to talk, get in your feelings, talk about how you feel in that moment, and then you got to come back. You sometimes got to take a beat back. You got to go back and take a breath, and then come back and be like, okay, now I'm in a space to receive. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely had times with me and my friends, girl. We ain't talked for at least a month. And then we came back together, had a good old conversation, and it was done. Like, but that's real friendship.
That's how it's supposed to be.
And that's something else that I wanted to I wanted to bring up when we talking about friendship, and especially when you work side by side with people. And I brought this up to a young lady that I work with 2 days ago. I said, sweetheart, do you not realize working 40 hours, and this is just in a corporate space, you work in 40 hours. You see me for 40 hours. You see your people and everything at home most of the time, like 5 or 6 hours in the run of a day. And you see me 8 hours. Right. We are a form of a dysfunctional family that has to learn how to function to work together. So in an aspect, like, especially when you remember when Maddie and them used to do the 5 and 6 hour lives, like they are together pretty much the whole day. So you get that and those kumbaya moments, and then you get that, girl, this heifer working my last good nerve, I'm ready to slap her. So we all get that. You know?
It's natural. Yeah.
Right.
It's natural. But you gotta also understand one thing that I hope that Madison can learn out of this is the fact that, you know, as great as you are, so is your team. So therefore, there's going to be others who are going to work with them. And you're going to have to be able to spread that love because they're going to want to grow and get bigger and greater just like you. So this conversation that they had to have that conversation, especially now. The show is on the air. People's skill sets are going to be seen. Hell, we still see their numbers growing. We watching. We see everybody's numbers growing in that clique. Everybody in that group. All of them. So it's going to happen. So it's just how you resolve and how you stay to the formula. That's what I'll say. Because see, when you hot and you in a good space, a lot of people will come to you, oh, I want you to do this, I want you to do that, I want you to do this. But see, you won't have that same sense of loyalty that's there. You got to be very careful about that. Everything that look good ain't good long term.
Right. Absolutely. You ain't saying nothing but
so when they want you now, will they want you later?
Girl, Shaquanja,
say a word.
Say, boy, that took and taught you something good.
Girl, I'm just saying, girl. We done been through some shit together. Even that moment when she was acting like she was paying me, girl.
No, you're not gonna do her too much now.
Girl, I can't forgive, girl. I have the Oliver spirit tonight, but I ain't gonna blast her like that. I'm just saying, girl. She know what not to say, girl. Not too much.
The Oliver.
Girl, but like, girl, leave it alone. We done talked about it, girl. We over it.
Hashtag Oliver spirit.
Hashtag Oliver spirit, girl.
Right.
And we don't need her to have the hashtag Maddie spirit, okay? So we gonna leave that alone. But anything else we want to say about the first?
Because she gonna give you a nice old dear renter letter, girl.
A dear renter. Okay, dear booth renter.
Right. Your services are no longer needed.
No longer needed. So, anything else we want to say? The first part of the show was for episode 2. Anything else you want to say?
We said everything we need to say about episode 2.
I think we have too. It was a hard watch. It was a need to watch. I appreciate the team. Putting themselves in that space is beneficial. They're going to make lots of money off it. They're going to become extremely famous off of it. So this comes with the territory. Right. Thank you guys for doing what you do. We can only comment on what we saw. That's why we say hashtag Oliver Spirit, hashtag Craig the Writer Spirit, and hashtag Maddie Spirit. We want to have hashtag Miss Mary Spirit because that's the one that, baby, if we get there, we done made it.
Right.
We done made it. Girl. We done made it. We can only pray to become so wise.
Yes. And her Maryisms.
Her Maryisms. And they gonna leave her alone about her Maryisms, honey. She said, y'all know what the hell she's saying.
Period.
Right. That's how we know she's saying it wrong. Okay? There was one thing she said, and it was something, it wasn't, I think she meant to say there's no I in team. But she didn't say that. She had said something else. But I said, baby, we know what you meant. We know what you meant.
She from old school. Old school will jack up a word in a heartbeat.
Show the hell will. And then, okay.
And then be like, make sure you pay attention, girl.
Trans, not trans, but trans.
Not trans, but trans. Speaking of trans, the clapback, episode 3. What y'all think?
Right.
Oh,
first of all, let's talk about the fashions that this heifer been putting on.
Bitch,
let's talk about her fashion.
Ryan and Styles, honey. Styles by Ryan Styles, bitch. You know what you're doing.
About the fashion.
Looking really good, really good.
Not only has she been painted,
that'll go really well with that newspaper dress number she had on,
just gonna bring that one up. Not only has she been painted and the hair's been laid, but them outfits has been on print.
On print.
All her meeting outfits have been really good.
But then the green screen's the sickening, and then when she around the house, she would have on, but the camouflage with the girls, peekaboo in it, that was sick. Her fashions, her and Miss Mary's been snatched. The only one I didn't like
what you ain't gonna do is catch him in these streets slipping. What you ain't gonna do?
I didn't like the blonde one either. I had to go with Craig. I didn't like the blonde one either. Mary J. Blige. I didn't like the Mary J. Blige.
She just came back home. Listen. We gonna leave Miss Mary and the sick and shut-in hair alone because she had just came back from COVID, from being out there, being quarantined. Y'all gonna leave her alone.
And then she said, frankly, I don't give a damn how y'all feel. That's my hair.
So if y'all didn't see the after show to episode 3, baby, she red in the hell. Girl, they talked about that wig. She said, first of all, I said, ooh. Not the first of all.
Too long. Yeah, she got it together.
Girl, if she could, she would have been like some. If she cursed, she would have said,
Bobby.
If she cursed.
But since she don't, we'll say it for her. Bobby.
And Maddie gonna call it her Mary J. Blige 2-piece. Them babies are shady. That's why she stay on their ass. That's exactly why she stay on their ass.
When she said that, I thought she said something else, and I was like, why is she saying it to her mother?
Girl.
But she like that because Miss Mary be eating her up. Because remember when she came back, the first thing she said, before Maddie was hyped and was saying hi to her mother, she said, "Who's this damn crayon coming to see me?" That's the first thing she said.
She pretty much told her she looked like a bag of Skittles.
Right.
All them colors.
I would say, see, Miss Mary is old school, so Miss Mary be doing them old school reads, baby. Them old school church reads, baby. She gets the girls together without them knowing. She terrorizes them without them even knowing that she done terrorized them. I said, come on, Miss Mary. Come on, Miss Mary, get them together.
And when Miss Mary get on that ass, baby, everybody bow down. You better. You better.
Let them think that she don't know what's going on anyway, because she be knowing what's going on.
Right. In episode 3, here was the funniest thing for me. Maddie, I'm sorry. Bitch, we know you ain't no goddamn trail walking. Girl.
We know it.
We know that was for the cameras, girl. You out there exercising, girl.
She exercising, but she going to go get a 2-piece and a biscuit.
Girl.
I was like, not her and Cracker outside.
But she still was snatched. The heifer still was snatched. No stomach, just body.
Well, all you could see was a donk, girl. That's all you could see was a donk.
She got a donk.
She got a donk.
The donk and the girl.
She got a donk.
Craig brought sense to some of the issues they were having the week before. And he still was like, now that we have a moment, you calm down. Now that you reflect back, can you see what could have been done better? Can you understand how the conversation could have gone another way? You know what I'm saying? They talked about it.
But let's be real. How many of us do that?
Girl, I'll do it in a minute.
I'm guilty of it. I can't say about everybody else.
I'm Patty, sir.
Girl, anytime Savon calls me, I want to pop off before I even know what the fuck she wants.
Why? When you see her name just blink up in the phone? Girl, you doing all that? And then she let you come to her studio and everything. You doing all that?
Right. Girl, she need me.
Ooh.
I gotta go in there and flip her in a minute, you know, and turn her binder around.
Not flip.
Not her binder.
Flip her and turn her binder. Loosen it up. You know. But she healing real well. That bitch body snatched. I be like, bitch, how long before you look like you pregnant again?
Ooh.
Why is you terrorizing my friend?
Right. Why you doing my auntie like that?
Girl, when she get back and she get ready, she'll be on here terrorizing me, girl. I'm getting in while I can, girl. You get them while they're down.
Right.
Why she can't run?
When she go back and see this girl, she gonna air you out.
Right, for at least 5 years.
She is, girl. Y'all ain't gonna see me for a while. She gonna be too busy up here and her 2-piece and a biscuit.
Right.
So anyway, girl, I was proud of Craig in this episode. Craig was not shady. Craig was playing Gayala Van Zandt.
Who?
Gayala Van Zandt, girl.
One more time for the ones in the back.
Huh?
One more time for the ones in the back.
Gayala Van Zandt.
It's the y'all for me.
Right.
It's the y'all for me.
Gayala Van Zandt, baby. I was like, yes, God, come through.
Come through. Gay Yala Van Zandt.
Through. But the one thing they highlighted in this episode that I remember us talking about last year was when that trans woman was attacked. This is the trans woman that was attacked and it was around a car accident, and they had all them people in that store coming after her. That was too much.
Right. Yes.
I love the fact.
Oh, sorry to stop you, but
no, I was gonna say.
It's sad because today I just found out that another trans woman got stabbed today recently in Philadelphia, girl. And we don't know all the details yet, but I'm sure it has something to do with her date acting like he didn't know what was going on before she got there.
Girl.
And that's why she got stabbed. So,
and here's my thing. How many fender benders done happen? It didn't take a whole goddamn neighborhood to try to resolve the issue. Now, what it was, they found out she was trans, and then all of their hate spilled out. So I love the fact that they captured that genuine conversation between Madison and Miss Mary, because people forget that even though she was a trans woman or not, that's still someone's child, baby, niece, nephew, grandchild, all of that.
Right.
Still a person at the end of the day.
And still a person who made a mistake. And we all have made mistakes. And each time we make a mistake, if we were being dealt with like that, that was overkill.
Right.
You know, and I love the fact that Miss Mary gave us from a parental perspective. She was like, that's one of the things that every parent of an LGBTQ member fears, is people attacking or going to do something to their child.
Exactly.
That was real.
Right.
Because there's always something going on somewhere.
Maddie got on her platform. She talked about it. Her spirit was low. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And girl, thank you, Keto Granny. Mwah. Girl,
hey, Keto Granny.
Yeah, she's out here. Girl, hopefully you're watching the T.S. Madison Experience on wetv every Thursday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Right.
Yes, ma'am. Because, baby, that's what we're talking about. So I love that they had that moment and she was able to talk about it, get on her platform, discuss it, give some wisdom and knowledge to people, and also show her rage. People need to see this instead of acting like it doesn't exist.
Right. But then that's the thing that gets me about our culture. We want to see stuff, but we want to see it when it's convenient for us, not when it's affecting you right then and there.
Right.
And the first thing that the culture wants to say, when I'm saying culture, the black culture, the first thing they're going to say, oh, well, she didn't know that he didn't know that she was a he and all this kind of stuff. How do you not know?
Girl, let me tell you something. Before I move forward, it was something on my heart that I did want to say that I wanted to address. You know, make sure you guys, when the show is on, you're on Twitter, you're hashtagging TS Madison Experience, hashtagging TS Madison, you are at wetv and World of Wonder, because this is the way you show support. We say we want to see more of us on TV. We want to see more of this type of content, but we do a really piss poor job at supporting to see it. And then people spin that narrative, well, America isn't ready for it. Well, baby, if America is ready for us to watch somebody literally kill, cut up, eat, devour, molest, rape a child, you are strong enough to see a trans woman exist day to day. We've seen worse.
Right.
We've seen worse.
Absolutely.
And she ain't doing nothing. And she ain't doing nothing that regular people don't be doing in their lives anyway.
Right.
Thank you, go Granny. Hey, Nivea.
We don't have to see each other beating each other ass in order to be on the air. Now, we know the drama and all that shit sell, but if you want to see more of it, this is the way doors are open so that we can have more content, period. You know, people say that we have an agenda. Well, what's the agenda when we're watching all these murder and rape scenes on Law and Order SVU? Is there an agenda? Are we teaching and provoking and promoting violence?
Or just these cop shows,
show.
or these cop shows that you guys want us to have, and then when we say something about what the cops are really doing in real life, y'all won't want to say nothing about it.
Exactly.
And see, then we say we want to be represented. And those of us that are LGBTQ plus of color, we want to be represented. We have a whole black cast here right now.
Yes.
A whole black gay cast right now.
Yes. Besides
Miss Mary and Miss Legra, you know, besides those two, it's a whole black gay cast. We're being represented from every function of, you know, our culture. So support. That's the thing that really irritates me. We always want to march and talk about, and we want to pick fights about we are never seen. But when we have something positive and that can teach somebody something, we don't want to see it. But like going off of what you, Enzal, and both were saying, we want to do, we get into that shoot, bang, bang, miss. But we can't get behind something that's positive, that's actually teaching you something. You know, and yes, and it's very entertaining.
It's so entertaining. The clapback showed real struggles of a real person dealing with people coming at you, and how in order for her to elevate herself, she has to put on blinders so that she can move forward, because she doesn't have room to really be in that space and go ham on everybody that has something to say about what she is or isn't doing. So we gonna say this for you, Madison. We gonna tell them hoes.
Good, why you ain't do the pop?
Bobby.
You ain't do the pop still.
Bobby. That's the pop.
There you go. We not talking about Mo. Mo is in his own world.
Right.
Oh yeah, Mo straight too. You right, Mo straight too.
That's what's going on.
They gonna get off more. They all need to get out their bus and quit running him over.
Oh.
They keep trying to run Mo over. Y'all better leave him alone, because Craig, you can't get on there and do what he do.
So can't. If you did,
you would. So leave Mo alone. Okay? Now, moving on. So the clapback. All I'm gonna say is this. Honey, Legra, you got your hands full. We're gonna keep you in prayer.
Right. I started crying. See, now I started hollering when she said, Legra ain't say nothing, but she gently placed her phone on her desk, right? Said, I'm gonna need a glass of wine. And that's all. That's all she said. That's all she said. She ain't overreact. She ain't do a whole bunch of hoopla. That's all she said.
Girl.
I was like,
I'm trying to figure out when did she release the video? Because I don't remember seeing the video.
I think she released. Wait, when did she release that video? Wasn't that around June?
I don't remember.
That's when everybody kept coming. That's what everybody kept coming for and making videos and doing shit.
Because she did a supersonic clap. Oh, I do remember.
But let me tell you though.
She said, "Wham!" And when she did it was a wrap. It was nobody.
And here's the biggest clap of all. Your show.
Right.
Like Legra said, everybody's on their little small platforms, honey, talking shit. Girl, you are global. You are on
small
TV.
Personal. She said small personal platform.
That's what Tiffany said. And let's talk about that. You have an absolute wonderful team around you that are pouring into you positivity because they genuinely want to see you win. I love seeing that.
Right.
I do too.
There's so many people that will come in and try to ride the wave and not really sew into you.
Right.
So let them continue to sew into you and you continue to work because you can still be authentically you and get your money. And you can let the Matty Mob, you can let us handle them hoes, like Chi said, and put that hoes, okay? Let us do the dirty work while you continue to reign and climb and do what you need to do. Because unfortunately, you are a representation of the whole family, and that's a hard thing to be.
That's
you are representing everybody, white, black, whatever.
Right, and that's a lot of weight on the shoulders, too.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's a whole lot. But you got a good team around you.
And I was going to say, I don't know if you remember the TV show Noah's Ark?
Yes.
So you remember when they were pitching the TV show on second season and Wade and Noah both were sitting there talking and saying that you had to take and flip it around and slide the knife in underneath the radar so they don't see it. That's what she's going to have to do. She's going to have to take in and not necessarily read for points, but read for points without reading for points. Because she already done it, like you said, being the first Black trans woman on TV with her own executive producing, which means she owns a portion of it off rip. Her own TV show that's starring her and her team. Like, she already done accomplished what most people would never do in their lifetime. She's already accomplished that. At 43.
The one thing that Maddie gonna battle with is the same thing that all of us Libras battle with. It's when our scales get unbalanced. Because, baby, when our scales get unbalanced, baby, we don't give a fuck.
Period.
Because you've thrown us off. You know, we really depend on being even and being balanced out. And when we're not, Pisces, nobody is comfortable.
Same with Pisces, no shade, because we need balance as well. It will be a tidal wave, girl.
You gotta understand when you go low, like she said, when you go low, we go to hell. And that's what her and Funky don't even say. Because sometimes going to hell balances out our scales. We done took so damn much, we gotta go to hell just to get back even. Even swap is no swindle. But here's the thing. Here's the one thing you gotta remember. They where you wanna be. And they will do anything they can to see you fail. They would do anything to bring you off balance so that you cannot achieve the success that you need, that you are supposed to get. So you gotta remember that.
Well, why is it that I just read and just don't care one way or the other?
Because
you don't have enough to lose yet.
And she is Sagittarius.
No, I'm not. I'm just not talking about. I'm just saying, just in general. Like
I'm just saying, when you have something when you have
what I'm saying though is how you was just saying, you know, with the balancing thing, like with my sign, my sign, I'm a Sagittarius. So with me being a Sagittarius, I don't feel like I don't necessarily do it just to be hateful, but whenever I'm talking to someone, I just believe in being straightforward with that person off rip.
But the one thing about Sagittarius is you got to learn how you can still be straightforward. It's how you say it. It's not what you say. It's how you say it. So the one thing that a lot of Sagittarius struggle with, they feel like if they can't say it brutally honest and then they're not being real. No, you being real. Right. You ain't gotta say it to where they feelings. It's like when a bitch wanna jump off a bridge, because sometimes y'all say shit and you feel like it's in the best interest, and that bitch done jumped off the bridge and you be like, oh, she's a dumb bitch. No, she was frail, she was fragile, and you didn't pick up on that. So your challenge is reading a room. You know, you can say what you gotta say. Sometimes you can't say it right then, but you'll still be able to say it. Sagittariuses are very needed because you guys will tell people the fucking truth.
Period. Love you, not really trying to hurt your feelings, but hey, if it happens, oh well.
But when a Sagittarius love you, bitch, I don't care what sign you are. You better get you some pillows to put under your feelings, baby, because it's gonna hurt.
Right. Because they don't care, girl.
But if they didn't give a damn, they wouldn't say shit. They would let you run out the street and get hit by that damn car.
Literally.
Get hit by that car, girl, and have him a good old sign that says,
Bobby.
Deuces. But you know what? I've been working on that. Honestly, I'm trying to work on that because I do see sometimes where I could be wrong for not necessarily going off, but being too honest. So I'm trying to work on that. But when I feel like enough is enough, you're not gonna keep terrorizing me too many times without me saying something. And like I've been very patient with this young lady for 3 weeks now, but I just want to get her. But if Savon wouldn't tell me, girl, just keep it cute, girl.
She just for a minute. She just there for a minute. She gonna be gone soon enough to get terrorized by somebody else. So we got a few more minutes later, girl. Yes, girl, we got a few more minutes left. Listen, I'm gonna tell you what I was really here to see. I love to see that when she went over to Oliver's house and they talked.
Right, I enjoyed that too. It was a coming to Jesus talk.
It was a light shade.
I love seeing.
It was a light shade between them as well.
It was definitely some shade because she talked about the food and did she have no shake and what kind of water. But you know that's what they do.
Right.
You gotta silently tell each other that you are that bitch.
Right.
And they both told each other, I am that bitch. And that's true to it. That's true to it. That's true to it. Because Madison, y'all need each other. Y'all need each other.
Right.
That's the truth.
I thought she'd have I understood that after when Oliver explained it in the green screen, you know, that's what they fell in love with the seafood. But I would have been like, I was like that too. I was like, well, girl, where's the steak? Because if you're trying to, you know, kumbaya with somebody, you normally make their favorite food, not yours, you know. But it was a cute setup, and then I seen him having his seasonings and stuff out there. Was, you know, a light plot to himself. You know, it was a light plot to himself, and what is it called? Self plugging for himself, you know. So I didn't see nothing wrong with that. That's what you gotta do.
That's how bosses think.
Right.
You put your shit out there. However, I thought that little pot of seafood, I was like, bitch, what is it, a sampler? It was little. You was letting her know. You come up here and have a snack, but girl, you can't be here too long.
Right.
You would have a spread. So that was shading itself, in my opinion.
Well, maybe he did that because he just didn't think that they wasn't going to see eye to eye. So he was just like, if it's just a little bit, then I can eat this by myself if I need to. But when she said, no, girl, come on, give me a couple pieces of them corns. And, you know, they sat there and they did the things.
Girl, they're like an appetizer plate. That was just to set the season out, and I ain't mad about it.
But then I like the way the front of his house looked. If that was his house, I like the way
that wasn't his house. He said that was Martin Luther King's house. I didn't even catch that. They talked about that in the afterlife. The but that wasn't his house.
Now, see, I didn't see the afterlife because I
girl,
that afterlife was serious.
If y'all didn't see the afterlife, y'all getting on my nerves. Y'all better go over there and watch that shit just like it's love and hip hop and some ratchet shit. We got a few more days to watch it. Let's watch it.
Right.
I watched the rest, but I call it the
lives are cute.
Cause I like the lives afterwards, but that's the only thing I didn't see it.
Because for me, it's 9 o'clock T.S. Madison, 10 o'clock T.S. Madison. 9 o'clock.
WeTV be playing it's 9:05.
Right.
Or 9:10. They irritate me with that, and then they cut them off 5 minutes early.
That's the one thing I need them to do. Start her shit on time. Don't do the queen like that. Start her at 9 o'clock.
On time.
You
and
tell
then let her get her
Tammy
full hour
and walk a flock of them that we gotta see them next week. I know they've been here for a while, they more seasoned. I get that. But girl, we need her to start at 9 on time.
Not CP. Because then when you watch it on, was it Philo, whatever, Philo? Whenever you watching that, then you gotta watch the last couple minutes of there jump before hers coming, and I'm over it by the end. I'm like, why I gotta watch? I don't care about no Flocka and the Flacco. I don't care about them. The Flicker Flockum. I don't care about them.
Well, is she lying? No.
I don't care about them at all.
I love Miss Deb.
And she fake and phony too. I don't like her either.
Bitch. Well, it's time to go. I don't fuck around with Deb like that, girl. She's too powerful. So, thank you guys for watching the recap, because we're not gonna do Miss Deb like that, no ma'am. You can do Walker. You can do Charlie. I'm not Charlie. That's the daughter. You can do Walker and his wife, but you can't do Miss Deb.
Well, Miss Dick, no man.
We're gonna do Miss Deb, girl. She got power.
She does herself.
Is she a Republican?
She does herself. That's all I'm gonna say. She does herself.
Girl, who a Republican? Girl, we getting off topic. So anyway, we're gonna talk about this tomorrow, girl. If y'all are not watching T.S. Madison Spanish, you need to. Now, here's a teaser on what's coming up on episode 4. Not 4, 4.
Oh.
This season on the T.S. Madison Experience.
Madison, we need to talk.
Is you in this with me or no?
Ooh, I can't stand you.
Madison, I have to be honest.
You dance for you, Latonya, yeah.
I like to be in control.
You would be into the BDSM.
I don't know what that is.
Take everything down. Plan on at least a week, if not 2.
I'm getting ready to kidnap you all and take y'all to Florida. Road trip! You have an attitude with me? I don't give a
How could you just change just like that?
I didn't change just like that.
You want to be accepted
By my father. If I could survive all of this right here, I could survive any mother thing. Chi-Chi, hurry up, girl.
Girl, hold on.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, Lord, to the Holy Spirit.
Surprise! Tiffany is in the house.
Y'all make sure y'all are tuned in Thursday. If you're on Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. What y'all think gonna happen? So that was her daddy she was talking to.
Well,
Then I got in an argument in the RV. Girl. Latonya done made her debut on the show, girl.
I'm trying to think about one. I'm happy that Tiffany is finally actually on the show.
Who?
So Tiffany, she's actually there with Maddie in person.
Why do I feel like that shade?
What? That ain't shade. She was making sure she wasn't gonna get no
COVID-19.
I know, but I'm happy that she's finally gonna be in person with her, so they can have the sisterly bonding and shit.
It felt like slight shade to me too.
Girl, what y'all gonna do? What y'all
they look like they filming a show. When y'all think that show gonna come out?
I don't know,
They
but
was filming something.
Yeah.
They was definitely filming something in the basement because the basement I got a whole
It's done, bitch.
The basement's done. Cause remember, she did tell us once before that the basement is finished, honey. We should be excited to see what's gonna happen, and I'm glad because Sophia and Donnie are with her. So you know it's gonna be evil. You know it's gonna be evil.
Yes, but how many? Let's just be 2,000. How many black people? I'm just gonna put it like that. I ain't even gonna put the LBGP. How many black people have a whole production studio in their basement, and it's paid for and it's theirs?
I don't know.
How many
Gary Coleman don't have one.
Or gold fangs.
You mean sarcophagus, girl?
Or
hashtag TS Madison experience.
Or periwinkle.
Hashtag WeTV.
Hashtag worldofwonder.
And not hashtag library dusty shelves.
Baby, you wrong. Candy does not have a full production company in her basement.
No, she has an actual separate place.
Right.
That was a shame. We're going to leave her out of this, okay? She's got a whole studio separate. We're going to leave it alone. But baby, I ain't mad at Maddie. You already paying mortgage there. And here's another thing people understand. That can now be a home business and a half of a write-off. Girl.
She's smart. She's kind.
She's She beautiful.
She's intelligent.
What's up, pussycat?
Man, so y'all make sure y'all join. Thank you guys for joining. Listen, I'm going to give you your own confessional so you can tell them where they can find you. And we're going to start with you, Xylent.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming. Make sure you guys subscribe to this here channel from my auntie, Miss Shaquanja, and also go to my auntie Savon's channel and, subscribe to her as well, girl. We're trying to get our likes and subscriptions up, girl. Make sure you subscribe to my love, Miss Jasmine, as well, girl. Do what y'all need to do. Y'all know you'll enjoy this, girl. We will be back for episode 4. It's going to be something, girl. So I'm really excited. So make sure you guys check me out on my channel at The Xylent Artist. I did recently release a couple of videos on my channel, so make sure you guys check that out if you guys get a chance. Thank you guys again for your support, and I'll see you guys next time.
Jasmine!
In the words of T.S. Madison, is it on? Is it on, honey? Is this bitch recording? I'd like to thank each and every one of y'all for coming in and enjoying the topics and the conversation with us this evening. Thank you, Shaquanja, for having me this evening. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Xylent, for coming in and always supporting. Thank you to the audience for being here. Bambi, what's up? Puffy Fat Cat, what's up? Nivea's in the house with us this evening. Thank you to each and every one of y'all that came in and showed up and showed out the Anthony Brown show. Thank you all so very much. We want to send a special shout out to Xylent on his belated birthday. Again, we absolutely love you. Don't forget, tomorrow night on the Jasmine Divine channel is JAZMINEDIVINE. We will be having the cool down, and then the Night of Shades will be on Tuesday this week also. Just thank you all for being here. Once again, y'all know where to find me, how to find me. So I look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Central Standard Time. Pacific Time, it will be Pacific Time is 5 o'clock. So look forward to y'all. Thank you. Good night.
And I just want to thank all y'all for rolling through and hanging with us tonight. That was so sweet, y'all. Just so sweet. So anyway, I'm going to do what the devil don't do, and I'm going to leave y'all alone, honey. Thank you for showing up. I want to thank everybody. Xylent, Zambi, the Anthony Brown Show, Nivea, honey, Puffy Fat Cat, Coco Delicious. I want to thank all y'all for coming through. The numbers are low, but guess what? We still here, and I'm gonna still here, and we gonna still have a show. Make sure y'all go Thursday to watch the TS Madison, experience. Tuesday, you got Topic Tuesdays with Savon and Chi Chi. Tomorrow, you have the Cool Down with Miss Divine. I think that's probably the Night of Shade on Sundays. But we gonna be there anyway. And y'all like, share, and absolutely subscribe. Bye, babies.